Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lily and my channel is a place where I share all of my healthy, vegan, mostly whole food, plant-based recipes with all of you. Today I'm going to be taking you along with me and showing you everything that I eat throughout my day. That way you can have a little glimpse into my lifestyle and just see for yourself how easy and delicious eating this way can be. So it is Christmas season, so I'm going to be making a breakfast recipe that definitely puts off some Christmas vibes. So stay tuned and I'll show you what I have for breakfast and then what I eat for the rest of the day. So for breakfast, I'm going to be making some double chocolate peppermint pancakes. And these are super festive and great to make on Christmas morning. My sister, Ashley, she actually really loves these pancakes and she always asks for them. So I am gonna practice making them this year before I make them on Christmas Day. So the first thing we're gonna do is get some flour in our bowl. I do a combination of regular flour and oat flour, but you could definitely do all regular or all oat flour. So I have 1 cup of all-purpose flour. And then I have 1 cup of oat flour. Next I have some Hershey's cocoa powder. It's 100% cacao and it's unsweetened. Use whatever brand you like. And we are gonna be doing 1/4 cup. So 1/4 cup of the cacao powder. For my sweetener, I'm gonna use a little bit of date sugar and I'm just gonna be doing 2 tablespoons of date sugar. You could use maple syrup also. And then I'm gonna do about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Next, I have some peppermint dust, I guess. So I processed up some of these, what brand was it? It's one of the healthier candy brands. I can't remember the name of it. But these candy canes are really good and I blitzed about 4 of these up in my little food processor. I just wanted about 2 tablespoons or so of candy cane dust. So I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of that, which is basically all of it. And then I just have some baking powder and I'm gonna do about 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And then some baking soda and about 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, so this is all of the dry ingredients, so I'm just gonna mix all these together. Kind of make a little well in the center. Oh crap. And we'll pour in 1 cup of unsweetened soy milk. And then I like to add just a little bit of vinegar to my soy milk, about 1 teaspoon. I could have definitely done that before I poured it in, but I forgot, but that works out. And then the next wet ingredient is gonna be some unsweetened applesauce. And you want 2/3 cup of unsweetened applesauce. You could also use 2/3 cup of mashed banana as well. I'm just gonna fold this together. Depending on the type of flour that you use, you may need a little bit more soy milk. So mine's looking a little thick today, so I'm just gonna do another 1/4 cup of soy milk. And I think that's gonna make it the right consistency. You don't want them to be too thick, but you still want them to hold up really well. And I'm gonna go ahead and add in my chocolate chips too before I overmix the batter. And you just wanna do about 1/2 cup of chocolate chips. I use these, the Enjoy Life dark chocolate. I like these a lot. Okay, and this looks pretty good to me. You want it to be able to kind of drip like that, but still be thick. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot the most important ingredient. You need peppermint extract. I can't believe I forgot. So you don't want to do too much, so I'm just going to do 1/2 teaspoon of peppermint extract. So glad I remembered, because I would have been upset if I did not have that in there. So I've got my pan preheated. Let's go cook these up. All right, I've got my pan heated up over low medium heat, and I just like using my little ice cream scooper here to Make the pancakes the right size. And I cook them for 2 minutes on each side. Okay, now here is the hard task of flipping them. Ooh, looks like they're gonna go good. Okay, one down. Yes, did them all. I can't wait to dig into these. Okay, so I think I perfected my recipe on the first try because those are absolutely delicious. My sister's gonna love these, and you're gonna love them too. I'll see you later whenever I have some lunch or any snacks. I might go get coffee today. So we just got home from church and we did stop and grab coffee before church. So we get coffee from Lot 38 Espresso Bar, which is in the Navy Yard, and we absolutely love that shop. It is super good and the owners are really, really nice. So if you're ever in the Navy Yard, make sure you stop there. All right, so now we're gonna get started on some lunch. So I just rinsed a can of chickpeas and I put them in this bowl. I'm gonna microwave this for a few minutes. And basically what I'm making is like a buffalo chickpea quesadilla type thing. So just gonna heat these up. I'm doing it this way. You could also do it on the stovetop. I'm trying to save some dishes. Just gonna heat them for 2 minutes. Okay, so I actually only microwaved the chickpeas for a minute, and now I'm gonna add in the rest of the ingredients. So I have some Frank's Red Hot sauce, and I like to use this because it is oil-free. So I just have a small bottle. I'm just gonna add the rest of it in there. I have a little bit of tahini, and this just helps it get really good and creamy. Just about a tablespoon. I also just add a little bit of Kite Hill cream cheese as well. Now I'm just gonna mash it all with my fork. I'm also just gonna sprinkle in some garlic powder. I'm gonna microwave it for another 30 seconds or a minute just to get it good and warm. So I have a large pan heated up over medium heat, and I'm just gonna put down my big tortilla. I use these gourmet sandwich wraps. They're really big, and I buy the whole wheat ones. And then on it, I'm gonna spread some hummus, and this is the best brand of hummus you can buy. I love it. It's Asmar's. They sell it locally at Whole Foods, and it has no oil in it. It's really, really good. Just gonna put about a heaping tablespoon in there. And just smear that on 1/2 of it. And then I have my buffalo chickpea mixture. Okay, and then as far as toppings go, I like to do some baby spinach just to get some good greens in. And then I just diced up a cucumber, and so I really like the combination of the buffalo and the cucumbers. It's really good, trust me. And then just flip it over. And this is kind of the hard way to do it, but it's pretty hot. Use my knife. But there you go, and it is all done. Yummy. Okay, so I made one for me and Jake. Mine got a little more done than his, but they're both gonna taste amazing. I absolutely love these quesadillas. I made 2 of them last week and they are seriously so addictive. All right, let me go ahead and give it a taste for you. Just as good as I remember last time. All right, I'm gonna go enjoy my quesadilla and I'll check in with you later if I have anything else. I may have some sort of snack or something later in the day before dinner, but for dinner I'm planning on making a lentil loaf. So super excited about that. See you in a bit. Okay, and then my little designed rolling pin, it's kind of wet because I just rinsed it off. So I'm hoping that that helps it not stick. So I'm going to give it a try. I've never done this before. Ooh, it worked, yes. Awesome. Okay, so before I put these in the oven, they've been in the freezer for like 10 minutes. I'm gonna glaze them with a little bit of maple syrup. I just think this might make them look really pretty on top, hopefully. And it might help them brown a little bit. All right, let's hope these turn out well. I'm gonna bake them for about 11 or 12 minutes. All right, so I obviously changed into my comfy clothes. I have to do that as soon as I get home. It's just comfier that way. So let me taste one of these cookies. I'm gonna taste this one because I kind of want the cookies to be a little crispy in a way. So this one looks like it's got a good browning on it, and I'm gonna give it a taste for you. Not bad. Not like amazing, like the best cookie I've ever had by any means, but it's pretty good. Definitely glad I did the maple syrup on top because it definitely crisped them up a little bit. And it did kind of leave the shape or the indentation on top, the design, kind of worked. So I'd say pretty much a success, but I do think I would probably tweak the recipe if I were to make these again. They're just kind of bready in a way and not as cookie-ish as they could be. But the spices and the sweetness is good, definitely. Anyway, I just want to play around and test these out. I'm just gonna eat one of these and then I will check back in with you in a little bit to make some lentil loaf. Okay, so I have to be completely honest. I just retasted one of those cookies and it's been cooled off for like 2 hours now and it was absolutely gross. So they tasted fine while they were warm, but now that they're cooled off, they have like the strangest texture and not good. So I'm not gonna be posting a recipe for these. I do not recommend. I need to work on a recipe to make a better cookie, definitely. Hey Momo, what you doing? Are you having a little nap? Oh, you look so cute. Can't forget little old Owen. He is the OG pet in his house. Say hey, Owen. So I just woke up from a little nice cat nap, and now it is ready to make some dinner. So I am gonna make a lentil loaf for dinner tonight, as well as some baked zucchini or roasted zucchini and some of this Goodles Vegan is Believin' mac and cheese. It's really yummy, it's super convenient. So I'm just gonna dice up 1 onion, a large carrot, a couple stalks of celery, and a few portobello mushrooms. And I'm just gonna get all of that sauteing down in my pan. So I have my onion, celery, carrot, and mushroom sauteing. I'm just gonna add in some minced garlic as well. And I do use the shortcut way and get the already minced kind, about a tablespoon or so. I'm gonna do a little bit of salt, some ground thyme, some Italian seasoning just because it's a good blend of dried herbs. A little bit of smoked paprika and some ground cumin, some black pepper, a couple tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and a tablespoon or so of tomato paste. And I forgot I want to add a little bit of this better than bouillon. Just gonna do about a teaspoon or so. Add a little bit of water to deglaze the pan and help all of that get immersed. And then I have rinsed and drained a can of lentils. I like to use canned lentils whenever I just need something fast. So that's what I'm doing today. You could also just cook about a cup or so of lentils. And then you just kind of want to mash them a little bit with the back of your spoon. As a binder, I'm going to add in 1/4 cup of oats, as well as 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. And last, 1/4 cup of oat flour. I just like to mix it right here in my pan. That way I save a bowl. But yeah, you can see it's thickening up nicely. So I have my oven preheated, and we're just gonna throw this in a pan. So I have a little bread loaf pan here. All right, and once it's all in here, I just kind of like to wet my fingers and then pat it down. Make sure it's spread nice and evenly. All right, and this is gonna make a smaller loaf. As you can see, it's about half filled. So you could definitely double the amount of lentils in this recipe and make a larger loaf. But I'm gonna throw this in my oven at 400 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes. And then I'm gonna put a glaze on top and bake it a little longer. So I'm just gonna whip up the little glaze really quickly. I'm gonna be using some of this Primal Kitchen organic ketchup. It's unsweetened and spicy, and it's really, really good. So I'm gonna do probably about 1/4 cup of that, about a tablespoon of yellow mustard, about a tablespoon of coconut aminos, or you could use soy sauce, and then also a tablespoon of maple syrup. All right, and I will just give that a little mix carefully. All right, and this will be our glaze on top. So I've got 3 small zucchini, and I'm just gonna wash these and cut them into discs and throw those on my baking sheet. And I'll probably season them up a little bit, but keep them pretty simple. So I've just diced my zucchini, and I like to cut them in about this thickness. That way they still have a good bite to them after you roast them, because zucchini can get squishy in the oven, definitely. I'm gonna do a little bit of salt, more black pepper, and I'm gonna do a little bit of nutritional yeast to give them like a cheesy-ish texture on top. A a little bit of garlic powder. And lastly, a little bit of red pepper flakes. And I'm just gonna put these in the oven for about 15 minutes. Okay, so I just grabbed my lentil loaf out of the oven. It's been baking only 15 minutes, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put the sauce on it. I think it'll be fine. All right, so it is all sauced up and gonna go back in for another 15 or 20 minutes. So I have a pot of water boiling and I'm just gonna throw in my vegan is believing goodles. Let me get the cheese packet out. Cook those for about 7 minutes. So I just drained most of the pasta water, but I left a little bit in there. And I'm just gonna pour their cheese packet in here. I like this brand because it is oil-free. So I just mix in the cheese packet. And it looks a little watery right now, but I'm gonna add in something to thicken it up. And it also makes it a little creamier, so I'm gonna do a little bit of Kite Hill cream cheese. Because it does call for butter to be mixed in with the cheese packet, but obviously we don't want to use that. And the zucchini is now out of the oven. It looks amazing. And the lentil loaf looks done as well. All right, so dinner is all ready and I'm starving. Can't wait to dig into this. All right, so I'm gonna taste one of these zucchini. They look amazing. Super good. Some of the mac and cheese. Wow, now that is creamy. Buffy is really talkative. She wants some food. Okay, and then here's some of the lentil loaf. Okay, that lentil loaf is delicious. All right. I'm gonna go stuff my face with all this delicious goodness. And if I have anything else to eat today, I will check in and let you know. So that's pretty much all I'm gonna have to eat for today. I am eating the last little bit of the zucchini because it's so delicious. Oh my God. Okay, I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you did, let me know by giving it a thumbs up or commenting down below. And if you have not already, please subscribe to my channel. That helps me out so much. I hope that you're really having a wonderful festive holiday season. And by the time you watch this video, it's gonna be pretty close to Christmas, so I hope that you have an amazing holiday. Don't forget, if you're new here, comment down below and let me know where you're tuning in from. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this What I Eat in a Day, and I hope that it gave you some food inspiration, ideas, and whatnot. And even though those cookies did not turn out good, maybe you learned something from that like I did. So I just try to be really real and honest, so I was debating putting that in there or not, but it's actually what I made today and it's what I ate, and unfortunately it did not turn out that well in the long run. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you very soon in another video. Bye.